So this is going to be video 2 in the video series. In that first video, we created a ticket and we were able to get the signature to approve that scope of work up front. Let's say there was a scenario where the general contractor had asked you to do something and he wasn't able to be on the spot in order to get that signed off right away. So what we want to do is we're going to create a new ticket and we're going to get the signature for that approval at a later time. So what we're going to do is we're going to find our project, we're going to select add, and we're creating a ticket. So we're going to click add ticket. We can go ahead and keep this as maybe let's do patchwork again. And our location, maybe this was warehouse. Scope of work, paint, southwest. Additional notes. We can go ahead and skip the additional notes on this. So kind of the same steps. We're going to click continue. And if we're happy with this, we're going to go ahead and with our kind of the description, we'll go ahead and click create and get authorization. And this brings us back to that signature page. Again, ideally you want to try to get the signature as soon as possible. There is the scenario that you want to get the ticket created and get the work signed off at a later point in time. What we're going to do is we're going to select authorize later. And that's going to bring us into our ticket number 4, which we see as awaiting authorization. So at any point in time, what you can do, if you're on this ticket, you can scroll down, you can click get ticket authorization. What that will do is that will bring you to the signature page. You can select Matt's name from the dropdown, or I'm sorry, Mike from the dropdown. Mike can sign off to approve that scope of work, agree to the terms and conditions, and he'll select authorize now. And what we see is that ticket has now been authorized on 5/6/2020. And when we scroll down, we no longer see the get T&M authorization because that ticket was signed. One thing I do want to point out to you is the scope of work right here. If this scope of work it was more than kind of this line right here, it will give you a dot, 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 and it actually expands down. And the way to kind of view that is by hitting this note next to the scope of work, and that will expose more of the scope of work. A lot of the times when you're asked to get this signed at a later, if you're going back to the GC at a later point in time and asking them to sign the tickets, they're going to want to see the full scope of work of what exactly it is that they're approving. So in order to kind of expose that full scope of work, you can click this little note icon and you'll know that it's selected when it is filled in with the color.